Everybody, this is Dawn with Can I Keto, and it has been a long time since I did a video. My last video I think was the end of September, and I did it when I got into Wonderland, which I was like 199 pounds, and I was so excited. And you know what? After that video, I just have been a lump. I have just been spending time with the family and doing things, and with Halloween and Thanksgiving and now Christmas. But I wanted to come on just real quick and let you know, what's been going on in my life, First of all, some people might be saying, oh, she hasn't been on because she hasn't stuck to keto and she has gained weight. Not really. I have not. I have been keto. I did get off of keto. I would say I got kicked out of keto for about 3 days. Before Thanksgiving, way before Thanksgiving. It was like probably around October something. And my husband works out on the oil field, and he's gone usually for about a month and comes back, and he came back and we just celebrated, and I ate, and I gained, like 8 or 9 pounds in a week, and it was crazy. But I lost it real quick. So I know most of it was just like water and stuff because I was eating sugar, and I know that water, that, all those carbs. So I got kicked out of ketosis, but in about 3 or 4 days, I went back. It was no big deal. And it made me feel good too, that I gained weight. Yes, I gained a lot, like 9 pounds, but after about 3 or 4 days, it took about 2 weeks to get that 9 pounds completely off. But it made me feel good that I got into ketosis like in 3 days. So it was pretty good. And I do have to admit, some of the food I ate, I ate burgers with buns. I had pasta. I had sugar. I had Dr. Peppers. I had Reese's. I sort of was like, well, I'm out of ketosis. I might as well enjoy myself for the week. And I did enjoy myself. And you know what? It hurt my stomach. Because I don't know if I remember telling you, I'm sure I did, that when I went to the doctor, he said I probably have celiac disease. Because I have a gluten intolerance, and the test to test to see if you have celiac disease, you actually have to eat a normal diet, and I decided I don't want to even chance it. I'm just going to keep gluten out, because even if I don't have full-blown celiac disease, I do have a gluten intolerance, and my stomach was in such pain that week. So it just proved to me that I'm eating the right way. But I got on the scale this morning, and I weigh 171.8. I am 1.8 pounds away from my goal. I'm not going to say that this is my goal like forever. I don't know if I'm going to stick at 170 pounds for a while and see how I feel, see if I feel like I need to lose a little bit more. But 170, I went to my doctor, and we decided together that that was a good weight. At the time, I had only lost like 40 pounds when he gave me, because he wrote me a note. I'm in TOPS, Take Off Pounds Sensibly. And he wrote me a goal slip. And I was about 40 pounds down. And he was like so excited, that I was 40 pounds down. And at the time, he says, well, what would you like? And I said, well, I'd like to be, for sure under 200. He said, yes, you definitely need to be under 200. He said, I think for your age and the skin that, because we didn't know at the time how much skin I would have, hanging. And with all my health problems before, because I was still, blood pressure and everything. He said, I would like you to be at least, I think it was 29, BMI 29, and that was like 170. So he said, I would like you to be at that. And I'm like, okay, I can do it. And that's what we set for a goal, for my goal. I set it at the beginning, middle of the year. I said, I want to be, by Christmas, I want to be at 170 pounds, which is my goal. And I wanted to do it for me, of course. I wanted to do it to say that I lost all my weight in less than a year, That would have been great to say. And also for tops, because if I lose the next 1.8 pounds, I will be at about 115 pounds lost at tops. Altogether, I had lost 25 pounds before I started tops. So altogether, I would have lost like 140 pounds. So I think that's amazing. But I wanted to do it before Christmas, because if I become a cop, keep off Pound Sensibly, I will actually probably be chapter royalty and be, get a little recognition for my work, that I've been doing. So I am dedicated to lose 1.8 pounds, which I think will be no problem by Christmas. I'm hoping maybe this week, because sometimes it just depends on the week. Sometimes I lose a couple pounds. Sometimes I lose up to 3 pounds a week. But this is Monday, and I weigh in on Thursday, so I doubt I'll lose 1.8 pounds by then. But who knows? I'll give it the best shot I can. But anyway, everything's going great, and I keep on coming on here and say, oh, everything's great. It really is. Not just with my weight, but the way I feel. It's crazy. Because for everybody that didn't know my whole story, if you haven't been watching me from the beginning, I started at 309 pounds. I was on high blood pressure pills. I knew I was heading towards maybe diabetes in my, as I got older. I had gestational diabetes when I had my kids. Diabetes runs in the family. But I really wanted to get off my blood pressure pills, and I thought keto would be a great way to do it. I had some things against me. I don't have a gallbladder. I'm older. I'm heading towards the menopause era, and I really love sugar and pasta, and I didn't know. That's why I named my channel Can I Keto? And I started January 9th. And today is Monday, December 10th. So less than a year, 11 months? 11 months? Yeah, 11 months. I have gone from 309 pounds to 171.8, and I am 1.8 pounds away from my goal. I have gotten off all my blood pressure pills. That happened probably about 3 or 4 months into eating keto. My sugar, it isn't really low, but it's very, very steady. It's like a steady 98, 100, like even after I eat, it's completely steady with keto, and it's just amazing. I know some people have blood sugars like of 70 and 60. Mine never really got down that low, but it is a constant like 90 to 100. I mean, it's just great, I feel wonderful. But the other day, I actually jumped. I know that's crazy. I don't mean jumped out of an airplane. I mean jumped, just got off the ground and just jumped. And I got off the ground. And at 309 pounds, I would have never jumped. I couldn't have lifted that 309 pounds off the ground. And I was doing something. I was just like, oh, and I jumped. And I was like, oh my God, I actually got air. My feet actually got off the ground. And I know that's crazy, but if you have ever been, morbidly obese, you'd understand, you can't, there's things you can't do. A couple months ago, I ran. I mean, not just jump, 2 or 3 times and then stop. I mean, I ran, not a whole long bunch, but I ran, and it was just something I have never done. I can go up and down my steps without holding on and without taking one step at a time. I can go bloom, 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 and run up and down my steps. It's just amazing how you feel when you get that extra weight off. I still have a lot of skin, loose skin, and maybe one day if I become very confident, I might show you all that loose skin, but I have a lot of loose skin. But I would deal with the loose skin any day compared to how I felt at 309 pounds and how I get into clothes. I went and bought clothes, a medium pants and a size 12 pants. Exciting. I still have a lot of skin, so my waist is tinier, but my hips and my legs, it's like the skin has just sunk to those sections. And same with my middle. But anyway, and shirts, I usually wear, a large, a medium sometimes, depending on the size. Some of the pants I do have to wear a 14 because of the extra skin, that's on my butt and my legs, that's where it just hung. But I mean, I went from a size 28 pants, size 4X, to a size, sometimes a 12 or a 14 for sure. 16 is way too big. But like a 12 pants and sometimes a medium shirt. My gosh, I just, and I put on clothes now and I'm like, I look pretty good. And you have to excuse my face and everything. I just ate a sugar-free cherry popsicle. So my lips and my tongue is all red. It is cold here, so I have, red. I don't wear makeup very often. And, my hair is sort of sticking up, but I had to get on here and let you know that I'm only 1.8 pounds away from goal. Yay! And when I hit that 170, I will let you know. I still am trying to talk my son or my daughter into taking some pictures of me of before and afters because, yeah, it's a big difference. In fact, you can go to my videos, and if you go back, my first video, oh my gosh, I was right at like 307 pounds. I had lost like 2 pounds or something because my highest was actually the month before. It was in December when I went to the doctor. But yeah, you could see a big difference. But I'm just excited. If I suggest anybody, if you are interested, keto is the way to go. Also, Tops has been great to me because it's just somebody there that will pick you up, when you're having a bad day. They'll cheer you on when you're doing good. And it's just great support. So if you have a chance to join Tops, Take Off Pounds Sensibly, it's usually, they usually have a chapter in a lot of different, areas. So I know they probably have one. If it's not in your city, it's like the next city over. They don't have one here, but they do have one in the next city over. And so it's probably about a 15-20 minute drive, but I enjoy it tremendously. I met some really great gals, and there's guys too, but our chapter just has gals. But just if you're confident in you achieving it, you can do it. I was really worried at first, and the easier it got to stick to, and yeah, I really suggest it. Both keto and Tops. They're just, without them, I wouldn't have done it, especially without keto. I mean, yeah. So anyway, 171.8. 1.8 pounds away from goal. I'm almost at 140 pounds lost. Almost there. I'm just like this much away from 140 pounds lost. So this is Dawn with Can I Keto? And if I can keto, you can too. So give it a try and keep at it. And you know what? Make your this year was my year to shine. You know, I really did this basically in a year, and next year is your year to shine. You just have to put your head into the game and say, I can do this, and be confident and do it. So talk to you later. Bye.